let's turn our attention to Inter Miami's new player. Luis Suarez' long-awaited move to MLS is now official. Suarez has signed a one-year deal for the 2024 MLS season. Suarez will be reunited with former Barcelona teammates and friends Lionel Messi, Sergi Busquets, and Jordi Alba.
Well, they're getting the band back together. Isn't that nice? Yeah, and all that's missing are Sergio Roberto and Neymar. I'm Sebastian North. Welcome to Campfire Football. So Sergio Busquets, Jordi Alba, Lionel Messi, and Luis Suarez reunite. It'll be the first time that they have played together since, that game. Bayern Munich, 8-2 victory over Barcelona in the 2020 Champions League quarterfinal. Now, that was an era-ending moment for Barcelona. Josep Bartomeu's reign in charge of the club had been a complete disaster, so he walked, and Luis Suarez was told by new coach Ronald Koeman that he would not be needed. So Suarez went off to Atletico Madrid. And it went pretty well. In his first season in the capital, he scored 21 goals and won La Liga. At the end of that season was the summer where Lionel Messi went to PSG. Busquets and Alba stayed at Barcelona. Now, as for Suarez, he stayed at Atletico for one more season. At this point, rumors were going crazy that he was going to maybe come and close out the season in MLS. But to everyone's surprise, he went back to Uruguay and joined his boyhood club, Nacional. Now, he was very clear about the reason why he did this. He wanted to be in Uruguay at home preparing for the World Cup, which would be just a few months later. Didn't go great. Uruguay were knocked out in the group stage, but his time at Nacional did go pretty well. He only was there for 3 months. He scored 8 goals, got 3 assists in 14 games. One of those goals being this outstanding peach of a volley. Now, at Nacional, they couldn't actually afford to keep Suarez long-term. Club president Jose Fuentes was very open about this, saying, "At the end of the championship, Suarez will leave Nacional. I'm not going to create false expectations." Again, at this point, everyone in MLS is thinking, Suarez is coming. He's on his way. But Messi had not joined Inter Miami yet, so once again, it was like, which club will it be? And it was Grêmio in Brazil. Now, that was a big blow for MLS because Luis Suarez has looked slower and slower, and there was a lot of concern about this, especially when Grêmio president Alberto Guerra came out and said Suarez gives himself almost daily injections and special treatments. He is in constant pain. It's serious. Suarez has the possibility of being fitted with a prosthesis. Apparently, his knee was not in good shape, and rumors were going around that he was actually going to retire and they were going to cancel his contract. Amazingly, 24 hours later, he came out and said, no, those are just rumors. It's not actually true. And he scored a hat trick against Atletico Mineiro. So there was some confusion. Like, how fit is Suarez? Is he almost done, or does he have more left in the tank after this whole Grêmio excursion? I mean, he did very well. He scored 17 goals, had 8 assists, 2 hat tricks, and he won the Campeonato Gaucho with the Brazilian club, and so it was a good time to go. And this time, the MLS rumors raged again, and everybody knows that Suarez and Messi are like super tight, that they actually talk all the time. That was one of the major corroborating pieces that people talked about. And Messi has told Suarez, you should come. So Messi escaped PSG, goes to Inter Miami, brings Busquets and Alba with him, and now 6 months later, Suarez is joining the party. So now what? I mean, there are a lot of questions surrounding this. Like, is this a good thing? Look, Messi's impact alone has been gigantic. For Inter Miami, this is going to be great. They're going to get a whole lot more publicity, attention. They'll sell a lot more jerseys. The brand will grow. I mean, Messi already guarantees all of this. Let's be clear. His arrival meant that ticket prices in some places went up by 1,700%. More than 110,000 people signed up for Apple TV's MLS Season Pass. But the thing is, Suarez, being such an icon for good and also bad and evil, like vampires. And that icon that is Suarez teaming up with his buddies is a narrative and story people are just going to love to see. It'll basically be like the Rolling Stones going on tour. Everyone's just going to be like, wow, let's see if they play the hits. They're just going to sell out every single place they go. Now, this is great for some clubs that I know who struggle to fill their stadium ever. It's kind of interesting to think about how they will be received when they go places. There were a lot of games where it felt like the players and also the fans were just like, wow. Now, obviously, there's big football questions like how on earth do you carry 2 players who can barely run at all anymore? I mean, it sounds exciting. On the face of it, you'd think they're probably going to win or lose 4-3 every single week, which, yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
As a standalone signing, I absolutely love it. Together for Messi and friends, you're getting a little long in the tooth.
But there's also very little chance that these guys are just going to burn themselves out either. Remember, Copa America is coming in the summer. Messi and Suarez are both going to be involved, so get ready for some serious load management this spring. And then there's the question of the future of MLS. Financially, I have no idea what this deal means. I don't know what Inter Miami are doing to be able to afford all this. What's clear is MLS is trying to do what they can to make this kind of investment possible for teams.
It's weird because that's almost the thing that makes me love this move from Inter Miami. If it was a standalone and he wasn't going into a place where he had all these connections, all this experience, I might feel like this was a bit of a risk. Now, really how big of a risk, Kirk, we don't know because we don't know the money. I think it's fair to suggest that even a guy like Luis Suarez might take a non-DP deal, like the desire to play with Messi for guys, especially someone like Suarez who's made a lot of money, is such that you might be able to get him in on less than a DP deal. Then, it's obvious. We also don't know his health. He's had some serious injuries. He is 36 years old.
Probably the biggest irony in all this, though, is that for a long time, fans and people around MLS have said, we want to stop getting these aging European guys to come here and just walk around and treat this like a retirement league. There's a point there. I mean, Pirlo, Gerrard, Lampard, they really didn't do very much. But in contrast, you've also got Robbie Keane, David Villa, Bradley Wright Phillips, and even Zlatan, who left major impressions at their time in the league. So this could work. For sure, Inter Miami are going to be the hot ticket of MLS again next season. Will they be any good? I don't know. I want to know what you think. I'm Sebastian North. This is Campfire Football. Thanks for stopping by.